Problem number one, it's 2020 and paper is still everywhere. This is one core challenge. And it also provides a great example where it's really easy to jump to a solution without fully digging into the core problem first. In going paperless, it's logical to say, hey, let's just try and replicate the paper process and let's just do it electronically. So in that case, what are we left with? We essentially get an analog for the paper environment. We get PDFs, form filler tools that do exactly that, and we simply get electronic versions of paper file folders. It sort of reminds me of that old Henry Ford idea, right? He said, if I asked people what they wanted, they would have told me faster horses. So if you spend a little more time digging into the question, well, what is the real limitation of a paper process? There are tons of reasons, but some of the most common that often come up. First, it's inefficient in how information is captured. It's inefficient in how information is consumed, and it's very limiting for communication and collaboration. So how does this impact the people that have the difficult job of delivering our construction programs? It's got negative impacts on the professional quality of life. If you're spending a lot of time filling out forms and doing paperwork, none of us signed up for this industry because that's what we love to do. It's got negative impacts on the effective use of the expertise of the professionals in the industry. And you put those things together, that in turn has negative impacts on the quality, timing, and dollars to get to a well-delivered project. So instead of that obvious quote unquote faster horses answer, we sat, observed, gathered data, and learned that there's actually something much more effective that can be provided to solve some of the problems identified. What if we could supplement, for example, traditionally text-based input into forms? What if we could, instead of that blinking cursor that we're always looking at, what if we could instead replace some of that data input with visual information, with a camera, as a primary vehicle to capture and communicate job site activities? And so that's where photo-based inspection sort of began. And people always ask, well, why photos? Why visual? The answer is it's because of how our minds work. We actually process visual information 60,000 times faster than the written word. Therefore, visual information is the fastest way to capture and consume large amounts of information quickly. So why not embrace that fact and make it a primary element in the solution that ends up getting provided? The second thing we observed, there was a big disconnect, and you can see on that prior slide, Todd, thanks. We observed a big disconnect between filling out forms and how construction project events actually occur. Activities certainly do not occur in the order of whatever our form fields are. They're organic, they're event-driven, they happen when they happen. And so making it very simple to capture project events easily when they occur, and then letting the technology do the administrative work to fill out your reports for you, that helped change the paradigm significantly to assist teams in efficiently delivering those projects. So what have the impacts been? Really, the impacts have been remarkable. Productivity boosts of around 25%, essentially giving inspectors, for example, an extra week per month of productivity back. We've seen claims and disputes on projects be cut by more than half. And the coolest part was, it's not because of claims defense or dispute resolution after the fact, but it's because of claims prevention, as people have immediate access to unimpeachable visual evidence that clearly reflects the ground truth of a job site. And the best part is we have that information being transferred between key parties in real time. So decisions that would otherwise take days or weeks now take hours or minutes.